looks like you did about $73,673.
You didn't, there was 2 employees you didn't hire, that would more than cover that.
Probably.
But, I will, I
We
mean,
gotta be
we're
ready to
at
hire one or
skeleton
something.
when we say, I mean, we don't have an overabundance of employees, correct?
Not really, to cover everything we do. Well, that was figured at .655, so.
To do what you're suggesting, which was taking the difference divided by half, would be .66.
Okay.
I'm not, were you just eyeballing it, Marvin? I don't.
Sir?
If Johnny was suggesting, I think, take the 677621, right?
Yeah.
And then the 6428, I didn't catch the extension, which is another element. That difference is .034821. You divide that by 2 is .017411. If you
Okay.
add that to .6428, it's .660211.
.66021.
So that would be in the high 50s, low 60s. In red.
So here's my issue with this. I feel.
I hadn't made a motion, you know.
I know.
I don't want to cut everybody off.
Right. Did you have more to add to that?
No.
So I understand not going with a no new revenue, although I think it can be done. We just have to really buckle down and make it happen. But then I hear comments like, you know, inflation is at 8 or 9%, we're only raising it 3%. So we are footing a lot of the bill when we don't have to. I think my concern is as well, are we ever going to have a year that we do not have to raise taxes? Is that even a reality? I feel like it is. I don't know if this is the year it should be, but I look at our citizens, everything has been raised, everything. The water bill, not our fault, but yet it's raised. Stormwater, not a lot, but yet it's raised. I mean, every single thing I feel like the common person is taking a hit on. And so if there were any, I believe I thought I asked 1 or 2 sessions ago if we went, what was the difference between going between the .64 and the .67, and it turned out to only be like $5 a month, and we were all kind of like, oh, okay, well that's not enough to not put a bigger value in the 6.67. But then when you think about it, it is anywhere from $60 to $100 per person, and that's one offset of one bill that has increased. I don't know. I'm very torn on what, and I have been the whole time. I have not changed my story. But I agree it takes money to run a city, but I feel like it needs, for this particular year, I just feel like it has to be at an absolute minimum.
So I'm just curious, for the normal employees, we have 3% raises. So would you feel like that we shouldn't give 3% raise to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish?
Well, no. I mean, that defeats the purpose. We have to take care of our own employees. 3% raise on their salaries is not that much to begin with. But, I mean, you can't, like, one doesn't offset the other, per se, because we can't sacrifice our own employees to help out our citizens, but we can't sacrifice over here to help make sure we give raises.
Well, I mean, it does, if we didn't give a raise, it wouldn't cost us much, and we wouldn't have to raise taxes as much to cover it. I mean, there is a direct relationship between the numbers. But all I'm trying to investigate is where to find the savings. So if we don't find it there, do we cut a position to find it, or what do we
I have,
spend less? I know there's one place.
are you wanting me to say it out loud? I can.
I think we all agree
Okay.
on that one. What do we do at this point?
Because last week, when I specifically asked, it was almost exactly what it was. The,
Yeah, I think there was some confusion on your question
Okay,
last time,
okay,
is the
all
way
right.
I recall that. But we know now what the no new revenue would be, you know, you re-asked that, and so we know that now.
If you go with the .66021, you'll be 50,703 in the red.
What was that, 6.6?
66021.
Mm-hmm.
we would be how much?
50,703 in the red. That's the way I'm calculating it.
And then the current number, we're in the black by
26,359.
26. So it's a $76,000 swing.
I feel like that's fair. So, this is, not against any one person, but we all know the event center costs us $96,000 a year to run. If we could find a way somehow to where the event center at least paid for half of itself. If we brought in enough rentals, if we did something to pay for half of itself, we could go with the .66, which is meeting in the middle. I thought we had figured that out last time as the .64, but like you said, I was confused.
I'm sorry if I misunderstood it.
No, it was not your confusion.
What was I just don't remember, what did Chief Shelley say that their target percentage was in Richland Mills?
Maybe you don't remember.
Do you remember? Okay, I was just
You mean a
curious.
rate?
No, they have a community center,
Yeah,
and they have a
he,
target
He sent that to us, forgot.
for what,
Oh, it was 70-something percent.
that they pay for 70,
It was over, it was
so
over.
the city in essence pays 25% roughly of it.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. I was just don't remember if there was
I know it's there, I don't remember.
So 29. Oh, it's 29.
I don't think you put what percentage in there, I think that was just the forms.
Oh,
We were
that they
talking
did.
about,
Oh.
like, looking at our rental
Oh, yeah, here
forms,
it is.
our rental agreements.
Oh, I thought it was.
Just like fund policy, rental policy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and what I remember was just in the discussions.
Yeah.
we
Oh.
brought
It was
up.
an incredibly high amount.
It was.
Um,
I can't remember.
But just for clarification though, Marvin, we have adopted the budget for next year, right?
We have, I'll have to bring it back if you change it.
So-
Amend it.
So, which is fine, but it would be a budget amendment. So
Right.
if the rate,